recordings have like an hour. Maybe the recording has like an hour-long limit or something. Whatever. Even I do remember I started the recording. It's okay. People obviously they have access to this document. I think just having this conversation is important.
Avoid legal snags by telling us
Yes.
that we're being recorded.
Thank you, Neha, for avoiding these legal snags for me.
Legal snags.
I hope none of you will sue me. There's no reason to sue me. Please, I beg you.
Wait, so for the Indian Ocean trade, could we put that like it allowed for like other goods besides luxury goods to be traded because like the ships could like hold more or whatever?
Yes, inferior goods were
Inferior goods. I can't
also
remember the name.
enabled because the ships were larger, and could hold more.
It's just me, you, and Neha now.
Slaves. Yeah, I know.
I think you're.
They also traded slaves.
Sorry, you guys are cutting out.
They also traded slaves in the Swahili Coast trade.
Okay. Slave trade. All right. Anything else we need to think? Gujarat. I don't think we talked a lot about Gujarat and its relation to the Indian Ocean trade.
Yeah, neither do I.
Apparently, yeah, there's not much information. It's just like they had a lot of revenue from customs, like taxes on imported goods, and fees for the use of seaports.
All right. I think that's good for this one. Anything else?
The Gujrats were kind of just like the intermediaries, I guess, because they brought like spices from like Southeast Asia and stuff, and then they brought like silk from China into like the Arab world.
Because they connected the Indian Ocean trade to the Silk Road, right?
Yeah, and you can put like Calicut as one or something like that, like as an example.
Okay, good. Okay. How long can you guys stay?
I can stay till like 7:30 probably.
Okay. All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
To eat.
Yeah, I understand. Same, yeah. Okay. All right, now we're looking at causation and cultural development. So in key places along important trade routes, merchants set up diaspora communities. Good, diaspora communities, so that's important. Cultural traditions basically spread. Good, and then these technological and cultural transfers, and then of course we have Zheng He's maritime activity. When this was during the Ming Dynasty, right? So some examples of these diaspora communities are Arab and Persian communities in East Africa, Chinese merchants. So I think this is what you were talking about, right? When they were in East Africa, they adopted the customs. Neha, you were talking about that earlier.
I think so.
Okay. And then Chinese merchant communities, and then the Malay communities in the Indian Ocean basin.
Everyone was so mean to Zheng He. He was just trying to sail around.
Yes.
Right? He was just trying to have a good time, but...
All right. And then this one doesn't have any examples, so if we can find one, that would be good. The expansion and intensification of long-distance trade routes depended on environmental knowledge, and then knowledge of the monsoon winds. I think that's an example in and of itself. I don't think we need to go into detail unless we can think of anything.
Let me look it up. Oh, I have such bad days. Okay.
You know who we didn't talk about? We didn't talk about Marco Polo and Ibn Battuta.
Polo, I know. I was literally about to say that.
Let's put.
We should probably mention them somewhere.
Should we put them? Where would they go? Ibn Battuta probably goes in Dar al-Islam, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and
Was Ibn Battuta after Mansa Musa or like around the same time? Or before? I don't know.
Same time, right?
I
I think
think.
so.
Battuta spread, or even Battuda's travels were helpful in these transfers. Marco Polo, I would say, goes with Silk Roads probably. What do you
Yeah,
think?
or you could
Yeah.
put him with Mongols. Or you could put
Yes.
him with Mongols because you have Kublai Khan and whatever.
I'll put them with both.
Oh yeah, Ibn
Then,
Battuta was, he was like during the time of the Mali Empire, so like
okay.
in Mansa Musa. So.
Yes. Yes. Okay. And I will put Marco Polo here. All right. And then we want to look at Mansa Musa. Where's Mansa Musa? I think we're about to get to Mansa Musa, maybe. Yes.
This feels good to like refresh on all this stuff because I forgot about a lot of it from the beginning of the year, like
Yeah.
post-classical.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk because I can study on my own and that's not a problem. But I just feel like when you're having dialogue with someone, it's much easier to review stuff and just make connections.
Yeah,
You can
it's
also
good
like
to review with
collaborate
other
because sometimes
people.
like I forget things and then you didn't forget
Yeah, me
anything.
too.
It's
Yeah.
like
All right. Okay, monsoon winds. I think we're good here. I don't think there's anything else to put here.
Yeah, I couldn't find anything.
All right.
It just said
That's
once
fine.
again.
All right. Okay. Now, trans-Saharan trade. Okay. Of course, we have technologies such as the camel saddle and caravans. And of course, we have the caravanserai, which were rest stations essentially, right? Um,
Yeah, the
and
astrolabe.
that goes with that goes here, but we can actually take some of these and we can actually put them here, right? So
Mhm.
the astrolabe, and I'm pretty sure the magnetic compass was used too, right?
Yeah, I think
also
so.
they had oases.
Oh,
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 Oasis City.
oases.
Oases.
Yeah, wrong. Oases.
Something is wrong with my bullet formatting. Okay, we'll just put that there. All right, caravanserai, and then
Oh my
and
god,
oasis,
it's
and we'll
like a
put
little
caravan.
bit off, and it's so funny. Okay,
Yeah,
anyways, ignore
I'm
me.
not gonna. Yeah, I know. These little things get on my nerves, but I just have to remind myself to not pay attention to them. Okay, good. And then finally we have Mali, of course, and we have um yeah. So Islam. So you use Islam for trade connections, right?
Also, did you put anywhere that did you write anywhere that like Mansa Musa was like so wealthy and it caused inflation or whatever?
We can write that here. Pause.
And you can also put that he was like a devout Muslim who like if you want to write that, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Good. And
Also, did you
now,
ever
go ahead.
did like
Just a,
I don't no go Neha.
okay, this is just a fun fact, but did you know Sundiata was called the Lion Prince, and his story is similar to the Lion King?
Oh,
I feel like
I remember researching
I
that
feel
when
like
I
I
looked up for the speed dating. I remember seeing that. Sundiata was from Mali, right?
Yeah,
Sundiata
he
was
was the founding ruler.
I
yeah.
just want to check his time period because if Sundiata Keita was from in that time
I
period,
think he
we can
was
actually talk
before.
about him too.
I think he was
He's
oh wait,
barely in there, so we can mention him. Um, we can mention
okay.
him in here. So we can say
Also, do we ever talk about like the women's rights or whatever, like the patriarchal society about like everything, not everything, but
like
like
patriarchy.
foot binding and all that stuff, all that stuff. I was just wondering. I don't know if I missed it or
No, you're right. I, I feel like that. Yeah, obviously they're missing a lot of this stuff because they're looking at bigger ideas, but we can put that here. Marco
okay. No,
Polo,
we don't have to put that.
foot binding in
I was
China.
just
No, you're right. If we can think of it, we should definitely put it in because who knows when it's gonna come in handy. So we'll put that in.
okay.
And then of course
And
there
then
was.
for
Go ahead.
Ibn Battuta, you can put like how the West African societies, like men and women were friends, and Ibn Battuta was like Muslim, so he was like kind of shook by it.
Even
But they
Batutta's
were
travels.
like,
Oh, funny. They're actually included here in under travelers. That's okay. Um, Ibn Battuta, he was surprised by what? Surprised by Islam in West Africa. Okay.
and yeah.
All right.
Mansa Musa was Sundiata's grandnephew.
Grandnephew, yes.
Yes.
All right. Now, cultural consequences of connectivity. So we have increased cross-cultural interactions, diffusion of these traditions and technological innovations, decline urbanization. I'll highlight urbanization, productivity, and then trade networks. And then we have increasing number of travelers in Afro-Eurasia. Okay, so of course we have, I don't know about Marguerite Kempe. I don't know who that is. I've never heard of him
I
or her.
think I remember seeing. I think she's in the Amsco book. I remember seeing her. Let me.
Oh, okay, she was a Christian mystic, so she was like a Christian version of a Sufi.
Okay.
Yeah. Marguerite Kempe travels. Yeah, she just traveled to a bunch of different and she made a bunch of like interrogations and stuff. Okay. And then of course we have influence of Buddhism, East Asia, Hinduism. We've talked about these actually already, so they are actually in the other topic, so we've talked about that. Okay. Technological
Okay.
innovation.
Yeah.
Gunpowder and
Marjorie
paper
Kemp
from
is a.
China. Okay,
Never
so we
mind.
have
Never mind. Keep going.
okay, all right. Gunpowder and paper from China. Anything? Any other big technological innovations? Oh, are we talking about Afro-Eurasia? Okay. Um, the carracks and caravels came into practice later, right? In early modern.
Yes.
And then same with woodblock
Portuguese
printing. Yeah, you're right. And then we had. Okay,
The
let's see.
paper thing, it went to China, and with printing technology, it increased literacy.
Okay. Okay. Um, watermills, Chinese. Okay. There's a lot of examples in my in the Barron's book, but they're not really going to help us discuss. There, a lot of them are insignificant, so they're not really important in the big scope of things. Yeah, that's pretty much everything I can think of for right now. All right, moving on. 2.6 environmental consequences. So, oh,
Oh,
bubonic
wait 1
plague.
second. And for like in a sorry, I meant to mention this like the innovation or whatever. This might have been earlier, but the banking houses and then the bills of exchange and then the credit.
Credit.
I
Okay.
don't know if I don't know if we mentioned it already. I just thought I would. I'm
I mean,
sorry.
you
I
could
like
have.
straight up
No, you're fine.
interrupted you.
You're fine. No, it's all good. I'd rather that it's more difficult to yeah, it's okay. You can talk over me. I don't mind. Banking houses and then credit. Okay, we can put that. And then I wish it went back to where I was originally. Okay, we were here, I think. Yes. So we also had the diffusion of crops such as bananas in Africa, new rice varieties in East Asia, spread of citrus in the Mediterranean. I also think sugar was spread during this period, right? Let me
Yeah, sugar
see.
was a big one, along with cotton.
Sugar, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Sugar and cotton spread from India.
And for the bananas, since they were nutrient rich, they increased population growth. And if you want to go specific for the rice varieties, you should talk about champa rice and how it
Yes.
has
Yeah, I was about to
energy.
say.
Bananas, coffee. coffee from Ethiopia and Yemen. Oh, the Little Ice Age.
Oh yeah.
Is that in this one?
The Little Ice Age comes up a lot. I don't know why.
Yeah. Also, you could do spices from Southeast Asia.
All right. Waru agriculture in the Andes. We've talked about that. Okay.
I think yeah, okay, yeah, it was already there. The bubonic plague.
Okay, other diseases.
It's during the historical development.
Malaria. Aleena, why are you in a snowstorm? Why does it sound like you're in the middle of a snowstorm?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not making any noise.
I think it might just be background noise. It's okay. It's all good.
Maybe. Okay. Let me just. Yeah. Sorry.
We can understand everything you're saying. It's just it's all good.
Sleeping sickness? I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of that either. Let's see. Actually, I have heard of that.
Sickness.
I've heard of that. It comes from African countries.
Sleeping. What a combination.
Yeah, African trypanosomiasis.
Trypanosomiasis. Oh, that's kind of scary.
Interesting. Cool.
Extremely rare.
Not cool, but cool. All right, moving on. Comparison. So once again, this is the last topic of this unit, and it's focusing on comparing. Is the recording still going? Yeah. Maybe it just stops at an hour. So maybe again at an hour, I'll check. Okay. So any other comparisons we can think of here in this unit?
I'm gonna look at the book. Okay.
Comparisons between like civilizations or time periods.
Comparing the civilizations in this time period. Or
there's more treaty.
There's actually that slide in one of Mr. Ash's PowerPoints, right? That shows like the comparisons between the different trade networks.
Yeah.
That would help here. Cahokia.
Wait, can you say that again? What slide are you talking about?
Sorry, what? There's a slide that compares like the 3 different trade routes.
The Silk Roads and the Trans-Saharan trade routes, they both had saddles and I think caravans.
Yeah, I can't find that here. Okay, something else we need to add in here are we'll just add it in here. We had trade guilds.
I have another. There's this whole like big like chart thing in the AMSCA book, and so I don't know if you want to add more stuff.
Sure, go ahead. Let's add it.
Okay, so there's more like religion stuff. Neo-Confucianism like spread from China to like Korea. Did you write that?
Yeah, that was in the very beginning somewhere in here.
Is this just comparing like the similarities in how they operated, or?
Yeah, so you can talk about any types of similarities really, like especially how the trade routes compare. So luxury goods in Silk Roads, right? Silk Roads and what else? Trans-Saharan. And what else? Did the Indian Ocean have silk? Did all 3 had silk or luxury goods, right? All 3?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And all 3 inferior goods.
Yeah, in
Indian Ocean. Good. Okay. Any other examples of comparisons?
I think the Silk Roads and Trans-Saharan trade route, they both had like caravans or camels.
Okay. Caravans and camels in Silk Roads and Trans-Saharan. Okay, good.
If you want to write, there's just this. Sorry, it's like as like new goods were exchanged, the demand and more. There was more trade, so the demand for labor increased. sorry, I cannot speak English today.
Let's see. I'm looking for any other possible. Oh, some of the trade guilds. Do you guys remember any examples of the trade guilds?
Wait, actually, what's a trade guild again? Like the exact definition?
Oh, Hanseatic League.
Yeah, that's what I was
Oh
gonna
yeah,
say, but I didn't know if that counted.
Hanseatic League, yes.
Were there other trade leagues?
I think that's the only one we mentioned.
Is a trade guild just like a group, like a general group of?
Yeah.
That is again only I think. So Hanseatic League would be the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine. All right, I think that's good for now. All right, moving on. All right, now, anything else we want to mention from this period? Big ideas that we did not mention from post-classical? I think we did a pretty good job of covering everything from post-classical, considering we did all this in an hour and 30 minutes. I think we did a pretty good job of doing that. Anything else,
There's
though?
more. I found more trading cities, but like I think if we have enough, like it should be.
Yeah, I mean, we can put them in. Of course, we can definitely put them in.
Okay,
like the
Silk Road.
Samarkand and what? I think it's already in there.
Yeah, he wrote Samarkand, I think. Okay, Silk Roads. There was also a Shang.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, I'll just. Oh, there's a kid walking outside.
Okay. All right. So we had. Samarkand couldn't find any results. Maybe Kashgar. I can't spell these cities. That's why.
You spelled the name wrong.
Yes, I spelled it wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Is this Silk Roads? Yeah. Okay. Shang-an.
Shang-an. And it has like an apostrophe, right?
Yeah. Aleppo. Mosul.
Is Guangzhou one of them?
I can't spell any of these. Okay.
It's the same thing as Guangzhou. It's like this. It's just
really?
like the spelling.
Mosul, and then.
Yeah, those
else?
were.
Okay.
There was more in the Indian Ocean, if you wanted to.
There's more in the Indian Ocean. Okay. Where's Indian Ocean trade? Oh, that should be further down. Exchange in the Indian Ocean. Perfect. All right. Which ones?
Hormuz. Did you put that?
No, let's put that here. Cities. Hormuz, Calicut. What about
Malacca,
Bombay? Was Bombay involved here or no?
It doesn't say, but okay. I think I remember it being Mombasa. Was also part of it. And Alexandria.
Which Alexandria?
There's two. In Egypt, present-day Egypt.
Okay, all right. Because there's a bunch of Alexandrias. All right.
And then Trans-Saharan, there was like.
All right, which ones?
Gao.
Is this the collaborative document?
Yes, this is the collaborative document.
It's Gao.
Gao? Yeah, okay, Gao.
Timbuktu.
Where's Gao? I forgot. Where is Gao?
I don't know.
Wait,
Oh, it's in Mali.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
Mali.
Timbuktu. Marrakesh.
Marrakesh in Morocco, I believe, right?
Morocco, yeah.
I definitely spelled that wrong.
No, there's two R's. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, you spelled it right. Okay, never mind.
And no, I used autocorrect.
Cairo. And then Cairo.
And Cairo, okay.
You seem to put like the double letter in the wrong place.
Yeah, because really, I just remember talking about these. I don't remember writing these down a lot. And even when I write them down, I write them down wrong.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that seems to be a pattern.
Yeah, it is. I do think it's bad because, if I'm gonna talk about them, I should do it with some level of accuracy. But if I'm being completely honest, there's other things I prioritize in my life more. So that explains it. All right. I think that's it. Anything else you guys want to mention? Of course, we can stay here as long as we need to. See, even if we do 2 units each session, we can probably cover this document in, 3 sessions. So,
yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This felt productive. I'm proud.
Wait. So are we stopping? Are we stopping? Are we stopping, or are we doing that there?
I think we should continue. If we have another hour, 7:30. If we can go till 7:30, maybe even 8, we can cover another one. Maybe cover units 3 and 4. Maybe just unit 3. Either way, I think we should try and cover as much as we can.
Let's do.
Let's see how long.
So we can just.
Yeah, let's just continue, and then if we need to leave, we can leave. It's fine.
Yeah, unit 4 is pretty long.
Okay, then let's start unit 3. We can start unit 4 if we find time, and then we'll stop whenever we need to. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I feel productive doing this. I feel like I'm getting refreshed on like everything.
Yeah, I know I'm getting a lot out of this. Like, I'm serious. I'm like, there's no other way that I think I would have been able to get as much out of studying WAP, because I just think it's kind of boring and unengaging just to read a textbook or to even just read a.
Yeah.
Because especially I can't find practice problems. That's the biggest problem. If I don't have practice problems, there's no way to check and. Like the AMSCO one has practice problems, but they don't have an answer key. So what's the point, right?
I know. I want to do like practice like multiple choice just so I can know the information.
Yeah.
But like there's like not like a lot, and then the DBQs are so jank.
Oh my gosh. Ugh. I wish there was a good DBQ, like apart from the 2 that they've released. Okay.
Yeah, I have to do those 2, so at least I still have those 2.
I have a question. So, in addition to these gunpowder empires, do the ones do like other ones count, like in Russia and China?
Which empires? Russia and China. Which ones?
I don't know. What was the one when Ivan ruled?
Oh, Ivan the Terrible. That was the Russian Empire, but that's later. I think that's in, yeah, that's in this period. I think.
I know. I think it's in the 1500s.
Yes. Oh, are you talking about it as an example here?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I just didn't realize what you were talking about. Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, neither did I. I was confused.
Okay, topic 3.1. So what AP does is it separates early modern into 2 units. One is based on land-based empires, and the other is maritime empires. So first we're going to look at, like maritime empires has to do with like age of exploration and that kind of thing. And land-based empires have to do with, our gunpowder empires, trans-Saharan trade, that kind of thing. So 1450 to 1750. All right, expansion and governance. So we're looking at gunpowder weapons, and these are important here. Okay, now we're looking at the Manchu in Central and East Asia. The Manchu are the Qing Dynasty, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, Ming is also kind of part of this. Isn't it part of this era?
Yes, it is part of this era. So, the Mughal in South and Central Asia. We have the Ottomans. We have... Oh, the Ottomans are pretty much everywhere. And then we have
this was also the period of Russian expansion.
Yes.
With, like Neha was saying with Ivan the Terrible or whatever.
Okay, so of course we have our gunpowder empires. What else do we have? We have Russian expansion, right?
Yeah. Hi, Ria.
Right. Are there specific details you... Oh, hi, Ria.
Ming and
expanded with the Cossacks, right? Into
the Cossacks.
I don't remember a lot about this, actually.
The Cossacks were just like... I forgot what... They were like...
They were like basically
equivalent of like pioneers. I don't know. That's what I remember.
Yeah, they were the
Right.
And they eventually ended up like revolting because they wanted like independence from the Tsar.
Yes.
Studying Russia is really difficult for me. Like I can't remember a lot of the stuff.
Russia just feels... Russia just feels like its own thing. Exactly. Yeah.
I know. Like it's not connected to like anything. So
like, is it European or is it Asian? It's like it's
I know. Yeah.
Even the Mongols were just like, this place is kind of boring. We're gonna leave.
I know. Yeah. The Mongols were like,
this place is kind of drab. We're not gonna expand.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Cossacks and Cossacks. I don't even know. Building the Russian Empire. So expansion into Siberia, fur tribute.
Pugachev's rebellion.
So as we get further and further, there's more and more examples in history, right? So now it's going to take a little
Yeah.
bit. It might take a little bit more detail. Um, but we're looking at expansion into Siberia. That's something we can put. Siberia, Yasak fur tribute. All right. Anything else?
Ming and Qing dynasties.
Ming and Qing. Okay. Yeah. So Ming Dynasty.
Oh,
Ming.
this
What
was
did the
also
Ming Dynasty use?
Russification.
What?
This is also Russification, if you want to put that there. If you want to put
Yes.
that. Russification, I don't really know.
Yeah, I think it's I say Russification. Either way. Okay. Anyways, so Ming Dynasty. What were the big things in the Ming Dynasty?
I believe that because since it was after the Yuan dynasty, they tried to become more like traditional again.
Yeah, I remember that.
And they built the Great
And
Wall.
then
So why didn't I? Where did I not put Asian? Oh, I did put early modern Asia here. Okay. So after the Yuan, sorry, I wasn't listening to what you were saying. I'm sorry. What did you say about the Ming Dynasty?
So they overthrew the Yuan Empire, and so that was the Mongols. So they wanted to become more Chinese and traditional. So they
Wanted
like
to
reverted
become
back to their old
yes,
ways, and they built the
Mhm.
Great Wall to keep out invaders.
reverted to Confucianism, Confucianist practices, I should say, and then Great Wall.
yeah,
They probably went back to their bureaucratic exams too.
Yes, they did.
yeah,
Um,
they rebuilt the Solid Gentry with that.
Exams, Great Wall. All right.
I thought
And
you
then
just put exams, and I was like, I was
Forbidden
confused.
City. Forbidden City was another big thing here.
Wasn't that
Yeah.
just Beijing?
Huh?
Was that Beijing?
Yes, that's actually in the previous period. Forbidden. So I actually put that in the previous period. Let's leave it there. I wouldn't put that here because that's from the other period.
And
Temple of
then the
Heaven.
Qing Dynasty.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. Qing Dynasty.
Do they include the stuff about Qing Dynasty? That's interesting. Topic Unit 3 is so short. I feel like it should have been longer. It just feels so awkwardly
Yeah.
short.
Yeah,
Okay.
the first one is just like they included like every single empire during
Yeah.
this time.
Okay. Qing Dynasty. So we have the Manchus,
The
right?
Manchus.
Um,
Hmm.
I guess they kind of introduce it here. So yeah.
They conquered new lands.
Yeah, they greatly expanded in this time because they had to defend from like Russia and stuff.
To defend
Oh, didn't they
buffer
use it like
zone.
as buffer land? Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Hmm.
All right. Qing expansion. Yes, they wanted to unify. That was a big thing, right? They wanted to unify Central and East Asia. Okay, this was a bit. I think this is a good term to throw in there. Um,
Colonial.
What was that
Court
again? I
of
kind of forgot that part.
They just ruled the territory. It was like a group.
Oh,
It was like
okay.
a thing that just ruled the
they were
territories.
responsible for they were responsible for conquering and ruling.
Yeah.
Okay. Qing administration, arts and literature. We'll go there later, and then of course we have the Tokugawa shogunate.
Japan is so interesting. I love learning about Japan. It's so cool. Anyways.
Okay,
And
that's
you
really
lost your
weird.
way?
Yeah, that should be another illustrative example.
Japan kind of
Illustrative example
confuses
here.
me. Like, I don't know when they have samurai and when they don't. I can't figure it out.
Yeah, I was kind of because I feel like we never got the full timeline with Japan, so I'm kind of confused.
Yeah.
But let's figure that out right now. I think that this would be a good opportunity to figure that out. So Tokugawa
Like
shogunate.
my sister told me they learned so much more about like Japan than we did. Because we just kind of skimmed
Yeah.
over it, really.
Tokugawa shogun defeated
Ieyasu.
rival. Yes, Tokugawa Ieyasu.
You also forgot the K in Tokugawa.
Thank you for. I don't think I spelled Ieyasu properly. Maybe. What?
No, it is,
Okay.
I think, actually.
Did I spell Ieyasu properly? I think I did.
Yeah, I think you did.
defeated rival daimyos. Um, so this ended feudalism, right?
Like the samurai thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Did it end? Because aren't they
Or it
still kind
tried
of
to
there?
end, right? It was kind of still going because of the Hans, right?
Yeah.
Let me
With the
look
So
it
maybe
up.
instead of saying ended feudalism. Why do I say feudalization? They tried to centralize, more centralized. I think that was the impact, the big idea here, to more centralized government. Um, of course, we still had the the Edo capital and the 250 Hans. We had urbanization and commercialization, right?
I think like we can. I think it's like a decline of feudalization, but then it says like finally like the Meiji Restoration like fully ended
Yes, you're
feudalism.
right. So more centralized government by declining feudalism. Okay, commercialization. All right.
what was the
Because it talks
Meiji
about
Restoration again? I kind of forgot that.
it's when
That
they
was, yeah.
reinstated the emperor as power instead of the shogun.
Okay.
Okay, I think we'll get to culture later, but yeah, that should be good for
Okay.
now. Any
Okay.
other big empires we can think of in this period? Because of course they're not mentioning them here.
Are we gonna talk more?
Um.
Are we gonna like put more information about the Islamic ones?
We can, yeah.
Obviously.
Sure, sure. All right. So this would go under gunpowder empires. So
They
gunpowder empires,
got
what
Constantinople. That
Okay.
was a big part of it.
Ottomans conquered Constantinople,
Mm-hmm.
which gave them access, or which gave them
Access to
control over
Mediterranean trade.
Silk Roads, right? And that's important because that's what motivated European exploration.
Oh yeah,
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think we talk about the Janissaries later. Yes, we're gonna talk
Also,
about them a little bit later.
you can put the rule of Tamerlane as like a failed attempt.
What was
You know,
Tamerlane? I don't remember that.
Tamerlane was like he was like a Mongol Turkic ruler, that guy who wanted to like make the Mongol Empire again, but then it didn't really work.
How
So
do you spell Tamerlane?
yeah, Tamer,
spelled
and
it
then
right. I
I
don't know.
spelled it right. Maybe he didn't put it in his PowerPoints. Did he?
I know I'm looking in the AMSCO book, so it
Oh,
just talks
okay,
about it.
okay, okay. So Tamerlane failed.
Yeah.
Okay, failed. And once again we have the Ghazi, right?
Yeah.
Warrior, nomadic warrior ethic. All right. Anything else? Big ideas? Wahhabism. I feel like there should be something.
Wahhabism.
What would Wahab do?
What would Wahhab do? Okay, you can also put the Ottomans were the only ones that produced like the weapons and like the
Yes.
because yeah. Oh my god, I saw this girl biking and I thought it was Nassim and I got so confused. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
Honestly, low-key, Nassim's probably gonna bike by, so I
Okay.
I'll let you guys know if I see her.
Safavid. Kieselbosch.
Oh, I think
That
Oh,
should
okay.
go in here. I think that should go in here. Kieselbosch in.
relate that to Ghazi.
Yeah.
I think you
That's
already
what.
wrote that before, but
Yes, that will go with the Ghazi goes with both of these.
Also
So I'll just put Ghazi here.
for the gunpowder empires, do we want to put like the people? Like Ottomans was like Suleiman the Magnificent,
I
or,
I don't
or
think, because really the AP exam isn't big on people, they're more big on ideas. So
okay, that's
yeah, I
fine.
guess you could, but yeah, then I think you can just go back to the PowerPoints if you're interested in those. I just don't think,
Okay,
yeah,
that's
I don't know if it'll be
yeah, that's
helpful.
fine.
Um, Mughal
Oh,
Empire.
I think for the Mughal Empire we should put the people because like Akbar versus Aurangzeb or
yeah,
whatever.
that was just because they were the two major differing
Mhm.
rulers.
Yeah, and it changed like so much from like
Sure, we
religious
can definitely
toleration
do
to
that.
like
Um, We'll do that here. We'll do that in belief systems because I feel like it's more related to how.
Okay.
Actually, we'll put it here too. We'll put it here too. And then the Mughals clash between Hindu and Muslims led
I'm so ready
to
for this AP test to be over.
yes decline under Aurangzeb, right?
Mm-hmm.
While
Wait, MG, when's the AP Chem test?
this Thursday.
Oh, that's so soon.
Yeah.
Do you feel prepared?
Kind of. I'm just concerned. No, I'm just concerned because I didn't do it at a classroom, and in a classroom you learn so much more. It's just I feel like I'm missing out on stuff, but it's okay. We'll deal with what we have, and hopefully that will be enough to get a 5. All right.
The Mughal thing is so interesting because, like, I remember in Indian stories, like, Akbar is, like, painted in such a good light, and then
Yeah.
Aurangzeb is, like, a cartoon villain in the stories.
Yeah. There's all these stories with Akbar and Birbal, right? Akbar and Birbal.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
I think this is good.
That's good. Okay. I don't think there's any other big empires, right? Early modern Europe. Europe in this time period was big on expansion, so we don't need to worry about them that much. Okay, good. Now 3.2 empires administration. So now we're looking at bureaucratic elites and military professionals. So we're looking at bureaucracy and military, centralized control, religious ideas to legitimize their rule, tribute collection, tax farming. So tax farming is the zamindari system, right? In Bengali we say jomidar, which is zamindar, and then of course we have revenue. Okay.
J's for Z's.
Yeah. Yes. You're right.
Also, for the Russia thing, I just forgot to mention this, but it was the rise of the Russian Tsar.
Good. Okay. Rise of the Tsar. Rise of Tsar.
To be like Caesar.
To be like Caesar, yeah.
Tsar to be like Caesar. Did they limit the power of the Russian boyars, or did they promote boyar power? I forgot
limited, that. I believe.
Okay. Let's just check, just to make sure.
Yeah. Yeah, restricted power of boyars, who are the Russian nobles. Oh my god, my sister's.
Oh yeah, the secret police is so wild.
Yes.
Oprichnina.
The Oprichnina. That can go here as well, actually. Oprichnina. I feel like that's such a Russian word.
I think it's Oprichnina.
Oh, I thought it's Oprichnina. See, I don't even know Russian. Why bother?
Russian, the alphabet is so interesting because some of the letters are completely not the same, but they're the same,
Yeah.
Like they have the same letters, but
they're not pronounced the same. Yeah, they're completely different. Yep. Secret police. Okay, good. Speaking of which, we might want to look at Russia a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know if it's that important, but actually, I think we covered everything. Table of ranks, westernization. I think we can put Russification and westernization in there just to include that.
So how do they have both?
So I feel like Russification is like the spreading of Russian culture, but at the same time they're trying to westernize. I think they're trying to do both.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the idea that as you're expanding, the Russians are going to overpower the indigenous peoples, while westernization is trying to become more modern, essentially.
I see.
That's what I think. I might be wrong. Okay.
Okay, sorry. My sister was talking to me.
It's all good. Back here. So bureaucratic elites, Ottoman, Devshirme, and Janissaries. Once again, I might have misspelled the double N's with the double S's.
Salaried? Oh, salaried samurai. I was like, salaried? I was like, what's that? I mean, you could put the boyars if you wanted to.
Yes. boyars in Russia. Okay, and then of course we have the Mexica practice. That Mexica, I'll put slash Aztec because sometimes I don't remember that. The Aztec practice.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
The scholar gentry versus the eunuchs in China.
Yes, good. That's something I tend to forget. Scholar gentry versus eunuchs in Ming China.
Oh, I thought the. Okay, never mind. Doesn't matter.
This is another thing, but in France, the government became more absolute.
I think that goes with divine right.
Is it?
Yeah, monarch, because that's monarchy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolute monarchy, stuff like that. Absolute monarchy is like related to divine right, I guess.
Okay. Art and monumental architecture, so Qing imperial portraits, Incan Sun Temple, Mughal mausolea and mosques, European palaces such as Versailles. All right. We also have St. Peter, right?
Which Nina was from whom?
St. Peter's Basilica.
Wait, no, I'm wrong. I meant is he St. Peter? Is it the same Peter?
Oh, I think we're talking about different St. Peter.
Oh, I'm talking about a different Peter, sorry.
You have Peter the King, right, of Russia? Petersburg?
Peter the Great.
Yeah, Peter the Great.
Yeah.
I think he's in here. Where's Peter? Oh, I think we're talking about these palaces, right? St. Petersburg. So we have St. Peter's. I don't know if that's a thing. That I feel like I've heard of that before. St. Peter's Basilica. Yeah, I'm sure that's a thing.
Another thing for the administration could be the parliamentary monarchy.
Peter's Basilica. That's an administration, right? Here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that would go somewhere else. I'm not sure. Or maybe further up. No, you're right. I'm just trying to figure out where it would go. I think it would go up here.
I was looking at the early modern PowerPoint, and it was political evolution.
All right, we'll put it here because it's more governance here, I think, right?
Yeah, because of England and stuff like that. England's all about that parliament.
Part of a gunpowder empire?
Europe?
Because that's you put it under the gunpowder empires.
Well, this isn't just gunpowder empires. It's all about empires expanding. More about governance. The idea is governance here. I think that's why I put it here. Okay. St. Peter's Basilica. There was something else we mentioned. Isfahan, right? We had the Blue Mosque. We had
the Taj Mahal.
The Taj Mahal, yes. We had the Suleiman Mosque. What else did we have here? Red Fort.
We had the Red Fort.
Beijing Summer Palace. I don't know what that is, but it's in my book.
Oh.
It's in my book, but I don't know what that is.
Talents.
Can you search? Can one of you search it up?
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right.
Beijing Summer.
Isfahan is from the Safavids, right? It's the capital.
Yes.
I cannot spell. Wait, what am I looking for? What it is?
Beijing Summer Palace.
Oh, it's an imperial garden that was made during the Qing Dynasty.
Okay. So it's called a palace, but it's a garden.
No, it's like a collection of lakes, gardens, and palaces.
So it's called a palace, but it's multiple palaces.
I guess it's just a concept. Whatever. Okay, then we have our Mesoamerican pyramids. We have Machu Picchu.
Oh yes.
And then we have the Incan Sun Temple.
I think about all the studying we're doing, and I'm like, we're doing this just after one 45-minute time period. We don't have to know any of this ever again.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what a rip.
It's such a weird concept to me that we're studying not all, but a lot of world history, so much of everything that's happened.
All right, I think that's good for here. And then tax collection systems, we have the Mughal, um,
Zamindar.
yes, the Zamindar tax collection, Ottoman tax farming, the Mexica / Aztecs tributary states, the Ming practices of collecting taxes in hard currency. Great. Anything
It says
else?
paper money wasn't it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't reliable, right?
Money wasn't. Wait, it is in hard currency, so that is paper money, right?
Oh, it is? I thought hard currency
No,
meant.
I don't know.
I thought hard currency meant like
Oh, is that
silver.
like? Oh, okay, that's like silver. Okay.
Also, for the Ottomans, you could put like tax farming leads to like corruption with the elites or whatever.
Give me just a sec. Let me search up why did the Ming use hard currency.
Paper money wasn't reliable.
Oh, was it during the Ming?
Yeah, that's what it said.
Attempted.
Counterfeiting. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
So
Also, didn't they have a tribute of or like a tax of silk? Like you had to produce enough silk. Is that a thing?
silk.
I don't remember that.
Isn't there a silk tax or something like that? Or
I
silver or
don't
something?
know. Silver tax in Ming. Yes. We'll just say that. Silver tax.
Oh, silver? I thought you said silk, and I was
No, I
like,
did. I wasn't
silk?
sure which one it was.
Oh,
As
okay. I was confused. Okay, I
hard
understand.
currency. I'll say hard currency such as silver, because of counterfeit currency. Okay, good.
And then the tax farming leads to like corruption. That's like one of the reasons the Ottoman falls
Farming
because corruption.
led to its decline. I'll say. Come, guys. This is what we should have put when we were comparing the rises and the factors that led to the rise and the fall of the gunpowder empires.
What, this?
Wait, what?
Oh, okay. I'm referring to that DBQ. Remember the compare the factors that led to the rise and
yeah.
fall.
Yeah. Oh my
I'm saying that
gosh.
we could have used this, the Ottoman tax farming, as outside evidence.
Yeah.
I'm still
I
mad that
didn't.
that wasn't a causation. I'm so
I
mad.
just, yeah, I don't know. That was kind of tricky, I guess. I don't realize how that could have been comparison. I
I
still don't
think.
get it.
Oh
I
my god,
know
that
how
was
I
the
know what he was trying to do, but like that was
that.
so tricky.
Oh
Like
my
y'all
Yeah, that
missed
one
god,
was
it.
tricky.
that was the test where the B-Day prompt was really hard, but like we missed it for JWAC. I remember that.
I remember
All right,
that too.
is that it?
Or world.
Anything
Yes.
else we can think of for administration?
Nope.
Let's move on.
All right, moving on.
I was like, I want to leave.
I think we'll finish after topic 3 today, or I mean after
Okay.
unit 3 today, because unit 4 looks very long. Because
Unit
obviously
4 is
there's a
so
lot of,
long.
and then I think we'll
It's all
cover
about
4, 5, and 6 next time, because these are gonna take
wait.
4, 5, and 6 are gonna take a while.
Are we gonna do
Are you
the, are
guys
we
good
gonna
with
do
tomorrow?
are we doing the same time? Or
Maybe a little bit earlier.
Oh, I don't know.
like
If I
what
can.
time? Oh yeah, Neha has Sanskrit class.
Oh, you have Sanskrit class. When do you have Sanskrit class until
It's from 4 to 5:45.
5:45? Okay. Um, maybe we'll start early then. Maybe can we start around? Can we start around 12 or 1? Or is that too early?
It's fine for me. I don't know.
That should be fine. Question
Okay.
mark. Hopefully, I
If it's
like
an
put
issue,
in.
just let me know on the group chat and then we can figure out a better time. All right. But otherwise, I think if we start at 12, at least we can. Yeah, 5 hours should be more. It shouldn't take 5 hours. 5 hours to get
5
3 units.
hours.
Yeah, it shouldn't take
Okay,
that
wait.
much at all.
Can we start at 1?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 should be fine because it shouldn't take more than 1
We do
hour.
need to eat lunch. I don't know when we would be planning on eating lunch if we started at 12.
Yeah, you're right. So
Oh,
let's
oh
start
yeah,
at
I'm not
1.
eating lunch, so that would not
Okay, sorry.
affect. No, it's fine.
Okay, I think we can start at 1 then. All right.
Anyways.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So belief system. So Protestant Reformation. Did the recording stop? Let me just go back to Zoom real quick because I don't know why I'm getting
No, it's still
conscious about that.
recording.
It's still going. Okay, good. So Protestant Reformation. We have Oh, we also have the Catholic Counter-Reformation that's taking place, and then we have rivalries between the Sunni and the Shia, and then we have Sikhism. Okay, so from Protestant Revolution, we have, what do we have? We have Luther's 95 Theses. We have,
Reformation.
oh, whoops, Reformation. Thank
It
you.
happened because of the printing press.
Yes.
Yes, printing press.
Printing press. What else?
What else happened?
Let me just open up Rash's PowerPoint.
He protested, like, what was it called?
Oh yeah, okay.
Indulgences and something else.
Simony or something.
Yeah, simony.
I don't even remember what that was.
They were
Yeah,
both
neither do I.
and also that they were getting too corrupt and they were like living luxurious lifestyles.
Yeah. What was it? So okay, so vernacular languages, and then we said ridding of papal bulls.
Yeah. And like
simony,
the Pope.
Indulgences. All right.
The power of the Pope.
Yeah, that goes with papal bulls, I guess.
Is that a microwave I hear?
Yes. My mom just put something in the microwave.
Supported by German princes.
The German princes.
Yeah.
And the urban middle class.
Holy
and
Roman
then peasants.
Empire. Urban. Oh.
Schmalkaldic
League.
Yeah.
I'm gonna copy because there's no way I'm gonna be able to copy and paste that. Or no way I'm gonna be able to spell that.
Schmalkaldic. SCHMLOKLD. That's what it sounded like now.
Schmalkaldic League, okay. And then
urban
piece of class. Yeah, I'll put that in there. Piece of Augsburg.
What a fun word to say.
Yes, that is fun. Urban middle class and peasants. Okay.
The Counter-Reformation is so petty. Like, I can't believe they
Jean
did that.
Calvin.
I know, yeah. It didn't even really do anything.
How do you spell Huguenots? Oh, Huguenots. Okay.
Huguenots.
And predestination. Henry VIII. And yes, Anglican Church. Yes, of course.
Of course, we can't forget about him. And then okay, the Council of Trent.
Yes, so that's now we're on
Catholic Counter.
Was the Council of Trent when they had the Catholic Counter-Reformation, like when they decided on all that stuff?
I feel like the Council of Trent was what kind of started the Catholic Counter-Reformation.
Oh, okay.
It seemed like the meeting or whatever, where they all like met together.
That's when the Jesuits came.
The Jesuits, yeah. Society of Jesus.
Society of Jesus, aka Jesuits. Good. Religious conflict now.
The Cognac reforms. And then, oh wait, no, I'm missing.
Do we have to put conflict? Do we have to put that here? That's something we can actually put here, I think. Religious ideas, we can say. State rivalries, we can talk about Catholic versus Protestant rivalries in Europe.
I don't think that's state rivalry, though.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like it's... Didn't it lead to the 30 Years' War?
Yeah. But, like, it's not, like, between states. It's kind of between, like, religious groups.
I think we can use it to talk about the 30 Years' War because the 30 Years' War eventually led to the development of the nation state, and then that goes with governance. So I guess you could connect it. Yeah, I'll put it in there.
Okay.
Because I think you can connect it.
Okay.
Rivalries in Europe led to 30 Years' War, ending in peace of Westphalia and emergence of nation state. Okay. So now we can go back here and we can talk about conflict. We can talk about St. Bartholomew's Day Massacre. We can talk about the Edict of Nantes.
What was the Edict of Milan again? I know it's completely unrelated, but what
Edict
was
of
it?
Milan had to do with Byzantine. I feel like it had to do with the Byzantine Empire.
I have no idea.
Let's search it up. Edict of Milan.
Like
It established
terms.
it established toleration for Christianity within the Roman Empire. So it was between
okay.
Constantine the First. Yeah. So this was back in our classical era.
There's so many terms that I like remember, but I don't know exactly what they are.
Yeah, I get it. Same. And then
Oh,
of course we have our Spanish
You can also
Inquisition.
put the.
But what?
Spanish Inquisition.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. The Spanish thing.
Perfect.
Oh, do we need to put the 100 Years' War here?
100 Years' War. That's a good question.
Put it
That
in here.
goes back to. Oh, when did the Reconquista happen?
It happened afterwards,
in like
right?
It happened in the post-classical. No. It was in post-classical.
Oh, it was before. Okay, sorry.
That's something we might need to go back and enter.
Wasn't the Reconquista when they like got it back from?
It started in like the 8th century.
When they like got it back from the Muslims, but then they were just like, you guys have to go, and then like the Spanish Inquisition is when they like started killing everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so 100 Years' War we can actually put with, go back. Where would it go? That's the question.
For post-classical.
How many pages is this?
It's pretty long. It's like 50-something pages
60,
long. There you go.
59 pages.
Okay, so where can we put? So it's not East Asia, not Dar al-Islam. Europe. Where's Europe? There we go. We can put 100 Years' War here because I feel like it has to do. It's a consequence of the decentralized, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't the end of feudalism happen because of it? Or was that something else?
So this was the end of the feudalism.
And wasn't it the development of? Wait, no, the development of nation states came after the 30 Years' War, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but I feel like this is where we're starting to have more monarchs. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
because
going
of
back,
like the Renaissance and stuff.
Yes. So now, what are Ottoman Timors? Okay, I don't know where I am right now.
With a U?
Okay, we'll get there later. That's Unit 4. Okay. Spanish Inquisition. Reconquista was in the beginning of this period, right? Or what was Reconquista? Yes. So we can put Reconquista between Islamic Moors and Christians here. And then we'll put all of that. And then I think that's good. That's good there. And then Sikhism. We have Guru Nanak. We have the Guru Granth Sahib. We have.
Wait, is there another section thing to put like the Renaissance and like the scientific revolution?
That's an interesting thing. Well, let's finish this up real quick, and then I'll hit Control F and C.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Under Sahib.
So is Rhea, are you still here? Are you like? No, she's
I'm still on here. I'm just listening.
Okay, coolio. Coolio, yes.
So these are actually modern era. These would not go into modern. Okay. Now, what about Renaissance and stuff? That's a good question. Where does Renaissance and stuff go? Okay. Okay, let's do comparison real quick, and then we'll move on to Renaissance. So, okay, what can we talk about comparison here?
How many topics are there in this unit?
There's only 4 topics in Unit 3.
Okay, so we're almost done.
Okay, so we have... What do we have here as comparison? Islam and gunpowder empires.
Yeah. The tax collection was like...
Tax collection.
The military also, right?
Sorry, what? Military. Oh, military. Basically everything here, right? Not here.
Yeah.
Up here.
Bureaucracy, centralized.
The centralized.
Bureaucracy. Yes, bureaucracy, military, and bureaucratic control. Everything up here, basically, yes. So essentially, we're moving towards centralized rule. That's the big theme, I'd say here, right?
Yeah.
All right. I think that's good. Now let's search up Renaissance. I'm sure they would have to put... Are you serious? Unless I spelled Renaissance wrong.
No, you spelled it right. Renaissance.
That is so weird.
It's so important.
What about humanism?
Yeah, but let's search up humanism. You're right. That is very interesting. I'm not sure why they would... That's not even on there either. That's crazy.
Is the scientific revolution on here either?
Yeah, scientific revolution. I would be surprised if scientific revolution wasn't in there.
Because that's what caused...
What? What?
Oh,
no, never mind. It is in there. That's good. Actually, no. It's in there because I put it in there, I think. Yeah, it's in there because I put it in there. I don't think it was originally in there. Because I was kind of shocked. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy.
We should put it somewhere.
I think we should put humanism and
Renaissance.
We just need to figure out where that goes. So why was humanism and why were these important? What did they originally lead to?
Wasn't it like more secular stuff? Yeah, religious and secular subjects.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So maybe that's where we put that under religion, maybe.
Well, I mean, they also increased literacy, right? Or no? Is that wrong?
Wait, what increased literacy?
Did the Renaissance increase literacy, or is that wrong?
Maybe. I think it.
I don't think so. It doesn't really say. It doesn't like explicitly say.
Okay, that might not be something.
Yeah, it did because of the
Italian
printing press.
Oh, okay.
So this is what we'll put. We'll put the Italian Renaissance and humanism.
It was like
encouraged both religious and secular subjects, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
the
then
Renaissance also started because of like information from like the East, like the Muslim empires and stuff like that. Medici. Yeah. Oh, and then Greek scholars fled Constantinople.
All right. And then Italian Renaissance and humanism, good, encouraged both religious and secular subjects. And then you said something about Greek, right?
Yeah, Greek scholars fled Constantinople, so they came to like Europe.
Rebirth of classical.
Yeah.
Greek and Roman studies.
Do we need to put the commercial revolution?
Wasn't it because of the Crusades?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's something we can talk about. See, I wish they talked about it here because the Italian Renaissance, basically what it did was, now not only did the Venetians have control over trade, so the Venetians had control over trade, so they didn't need to. There was
So they
something
didn't
about
need
the
to
Venetian
expand.
city-states, right? Yeah, they didn't need to expand, whereas the other
Yeah.
states did. And
Yeah.
same with the Ottomans. The Ottomans had control over trade. So I think that's the important thing here, and maybe that's something we can talk about here, maybe, or we can just let's see. Where do we talk about Ottoman trade? Maybe not there. Actually, maybe we should just put it here. Italian Renaissance meant, maybe that shouldn't be belief systems. Maybe that's more economic, but they don't have an economic theme here. Actually, I think, yeah, I
It's
added
just
it
like
in
more
here.
like reform and ideas. I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's put it here then. Let's say Italian city-states were wealthy because of the Italian Renaissance and did not have a
Need to expand.
motivation to expand empire due to Venetian trade.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, Venetian
Should we
trade
talk
in
about?
the Mediterranean.
Yeah. Should we talk about the commercial revolution
Yes, we should. I think
with
so.
The what?
with like mass consumerism, whatever?
Commercialism or commercialization and mass consumerism.
It resulted in
Wasn't
joint
it
stock
like they
company
started to
insurance.
not make products based on the demand and just like make them
Yeah.
and then sell them?
Commercial revolution. Okay,
Yeah.
so commercial revolution.
They purchased things based on like what they liked and stuff.
Revolution. So sorry. So can you go over them one more time?
Uh,
So we
the
have mass
mass consumerism,
consumerism. What else do we have?
the joint stock companies.
I feel like joint stock companies will show up later, but we'll put them in here later.
Yeah.
For now,
Banking,
yes, banking,
stock exchanges, insurance,
and what? Insurance?
insurance.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
What about like Shakespeare? You're like literature and stuff. I feel like they didn't talk about Shakespeare and stuff in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really weird. Oh well.
Miguel Cervantes, Don Quixote.
Yes, Don Quixote.
Okay.
All right, I think we should call it a day. My head is starting to hurt now, and I think my brain power is starting to decline at this moment.
Also, I just have a question. Do we the Enlightenment? We can talk about it later, right?
The Enlightenment was towards the
end.
Yeah, I think they place it with revolutions. Yeah, they place it with revolutions because the Enlightenment was important to these revolutions.
Yeah,
and
okay.
that's why I also put scientific revolution here, because scientific revolution actually started in early modern, but because of the scientific revolution, we had this idea of wanting to look at the world from a more logical perspective, and that's where enlightenment came from. So I feel like that's a good context. Other than that, I think we'll go through 4, 5, and 6. This is where we really get into the chunk of the evidence, because now 4, 5, and 6, there's lots of points of evidence to bring in. But I think for now, I think we're good. I feel like this was better. I feel like we know 4, 5, and 6 better because we studied those more recently. But I feel like this was a good review, just to review the stuff that we haven't touched up in a very long time, because I know there's a lot of stuff I forgot from here.
I feel like I don't know some of the more recent stuff because there was no test on it, so I didn't feel like the pressure to memorize it. I don't know.
Sure. Like especially the modernization. I feel like the
Yeah.
modernization, like all those opium wars and that stuff. I get it, but I don't really get it. So hopefully we'll cover that. If not, then of course we'll cover it here by ourselves.
Cool.
But cool. All right. Thank you guys. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Does that sound okay for you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good for me.
All right. We'll use the same link probably. But yeah. All right then.
Okay.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.